I mean, I can't imagine how exhausting it is to run from responsibility in this way. I mean, he runs from responsibility like Ethan Ralph runs from a fight with me. It's embarrassing. You poke the bear, that's what happens. Bigot on Socialist Media says, on X, Ralph is crying, saying, you're a snitch. Well, no shit. I snitched on me. I snitched on them. This was all going to come out, and I didn't want to be here waiting for shit to come out. I'll just go, I probably said more about myself than I needed to say. But I wanted to show I wanted to show them all my cards and tell people, like, look, just to show you this isn't a vindictive fuck everybody tour. Here's all the shit I did that you'll never know about unless I tell you I did it. Here, I did all these things. They were never going to come out in court papers. They were never going to come out in divorce proceedings, anything like that. I said, look, to prove to you I'm not a cold-hearted man. I showed you all my cards. Ralph is crying about that. Well, tell him to take another Xanny bar. He'll be fine. I watched a Keno Casino clip of Ethan Ralph on pills during his stream. Holy shit. That is a disaster. I will continue to tell it like it is, but I'll also mix that in with the high road. Nobody needs to be buried. I also saw that Ethan Ralph wanted to kind of get in on the steel toe stuff. I thought that was kind of cute and funny because, Ethan Ralph, I'll say this about him. He's a pro wrestler. I don't think Ethan Ralph has a genuine bone in his body. I know he did a stream a while ago. Well, he's done multiple streams where he was like, obviously on some sort of substance. He was having one of those kind of streams. And, he sees what's good for business. And he sees that you got to hitch your wagons to somebody bigger than you, somebody more talked about than you to get attention. And he decided to crack whip with me. And he's like, since your anniversary show is falling apart, and I'm like, it's not really falling apart. I get to pick new people. The two people I have my eyes on, by the way, Corey Adam, Adrian Washington. And I'm getting at least one of them. I did, by the way, I did send a message to, I knew Ethan Ralph wasn't serious about the fucking boxing shit. He's like, why would I do it for free? Let's do it for money and blah, blah, blah. I don't have time to fucking do a promotion I'm not interested in working with Ethan Ralph. I'm not interested in doing a promotion with Ethan Ralph. If Ethan Ralph I box for fun. I box because I enjoy it. I love the sport. And I want to teach him how to fight. I've watched him before. It's fucking pathetic. Clip this, get it on X, get it on YouTube, get it on everywhere. Because I don't want to fucking talk to this guy. He's just such a lout. But I box because I enjoy the sport. I've watched Ethan Ralph get the living dog piss beat out of him before. And I'd like to see him not get the living dog piss beat out of him. I don't need money to teach Ethan Ralph how to fight. I don't need money for that. If he wants to, it's so easy for us both to just show up at the gym and fucking do this thing. Put on the gloves, throw some hands. I'm not going to go in there and go, I'm going to beat the fuck out of Ralph. What does that do for me? It doesn't do anything. I'll throw some jabs at him. If he leaves his left down, I'll throw some right hands over the top. I'll teach the guy how to fucking defend himself so, Cog and his buddy can't whip him like a dog in the street in another country. Teach him to cover up that gun. Drop a couple of left hooks into the body. But he's sitting there. He's like, no, let's promote it. Motherfucker, you're not here that long. I got kids. I see my kids. I got shit to do. I got my whole day's taken up. I'm offering to come down to the gym at fucking 10 at night when I got a show in the morning to teach you a few things. And you're sitting here going, I can't do it under those circumstances. We need to make it a big event. Motherfucker, I ain't got time to put on a big event. All right? Get your fat ass down to the downtown gym and fitness, either tonight or tomorrow, anytime after the morning show. Get your fat fucking excuse-making ass down there, and I will help you. I will teach you. You can throw all your stuff. You can throw all your punches. I'm trying to help you, stupid dick. See, this is you see why I don't want to work with the guy? He's too fucking dumb to understand what a thing is. Sam Show says Ralph needs every penny he can get. Yeah, my audience keeps me employed, shall we say. So, I don't know. Ep didn't says Aaron Ralph was stalked down and sucker punched from behind by a heavyweight MMA fighter. You're not going to defend against that. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, but hasn't he been punched in the head by people in like, they've got video of him in houses and getting hit, and like Ethan Ralph getting hit by people is like a common theme. Sam Show says, I don't know. You can drop Ralph. They'll talk about you for months at least. I could, yes, but what does that get me? Dropping Ethan Ralph is not an accomplishment. It's just it doesn't do anything for me. Look, if he and I get in a ring together, it'll probably accidentally happen. But I'm not going to go in there, I'm going to fuck him up. I'll stream it. He's talking about business or whatever. I'll stream the fucking thing. But no, I don't want to put on let's sell tickets and let's do this and let's do that. Because then it's a competition. Then I got to carry I can't just knock him out in a round. I can't just end the fight in 52 seconds. Try to beat my best score, right? But you got to give people a show if they're going to pay for it. I'd rather just teach him. Show him how to fucking do it. But he's, I've met a million Ethan Ralphs. Here's what an Ethan Ralph is. He's going to say that he wants to do something. And you're going to go, it's the same thing with Melton. And you go, all right, here's how we can do it. And they'll go, no, I don't want to do it that way. It's like, all right, then let's do it this way. No, I don't want to do it that way. It's like, do you want to or do you not want to? Because I'm telling you, as the guy who knows how, this is how you do it. No! It's like, then you're not serious. I gotta go. Yeah, and I guess now Gino's fighting with Ethan Ralph.
Don't fight with Ethan Ralph.
Why not?
I don't want to fight with Ethan Ralph.
He's a big piggy.
I tend to stay away from big piggies.
Do you like my Ethan Ralph impression?
Yeah.
You know how you fight with Ethan Ralph? He doesn't. If you talk,
take away his food trough.
If you talk shit about him on your show, he's not going to know you're feuding. What you have to do is you have to go Suey, and then Ethan Ralph will translate that and he'll go, "Hey, motherfucker, you're shitting on me." Wild Saffron says, Aaron, do you have a good alibi placing you far from the courthouse in case the Ralpha mail shows up? I'm not going to that hearing, but I will tell you this. And Alyssa, clip this. Everybody clip this. Get it on Twitter. Tag Ralph in it.
Clip away.
If Ethan Ralph is in town tomorrow afternoon, or if Ethan Ralph is in town Thursday night, I would love to take him to the St. Cloud boxing gym because he talked about wanting to box.
Yeah.
I would love to take Ralph to the St. Cloud boxing gym, and I would love to go a few rounds with him.
Yeah.
If he wants to do that, that's fine. Last time I offered that to him, he said, no, we got to make this like an event. He went into his pro wrestling shtick, you know?
Yep.
But I said, Ralph, if you want to do this, come on in. I'm a paid trainer at the gym, so I can get you in. I can go. I'm a coach. I can go into the ring. You're okay because I'm a coach. It's okay. The club is licensed and insured and everything else. So if Ralph wants to come to St. Cloud, Minnesota, clip this, get it to him. And no, he's not going to ride with me. We will meet at the club. Yeah. If Ralph wants to meet me at the boxing club, I will meet him and we will go rounds and I will teach him how to box and it will be fun. It will be a good time. I'm not out there to hurt Ethan Ralph.
No.
I'm not. We can stream it if he wants to stream it. That's totally fine. I'm not out there to beat Ethan Ralph up or kick the shit out of him or anything
him around
like
a
that.
little bit.
I'm in there to teach him some things.
There you go.
That's it.
Lesson learner.
Where to hold your hands, quit dropping them before you throw, things like that.
Put your hands up, stupid. Every time you drop them, I do this.
Besides, everybody has this idea that if you kick the shit out of Ethan Ralph, that's going to be so cool. It's not, though, because I know how to do it, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So it just looks like I'm bullying the guy.
Right.
I think it's better if I'm, taking it easy, and you're just pep, and you're hitting him, and pep, and people see and they're like, Aaron's barely giving it to him. And fucking Ralph is just getting tagged with shit. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
So I'll say this. Get the info to Ralph. Get it to him somehow. I don't want him anywhere near my children. I don't want him anywhere near my house. I don't want him anywhere near my existence. But if he wants to meet at that boxing club at Downtown Gym and Fitness, we can do that, and we can go rounds. And I'll teach Ralph how to box, and then the next time somebody tries to jump him, he won't get his fucking ass kicked. I'll help the guy more than anything else. All right.
It's a service you're performing.
I'm being a nice guy.
Yeah.
You need to stop talking to or with Ethan Ralph. I know you think you know what you are doing, but it's going to blow up in your face. I think I've only given you good advice, so please take this advice. Don't engage Ralph. He is a registered... I'm not going to read shit. I don't know if it's true or not. And you don't want your name attached to that type of a person. Birds of a feather flock together. Don't get that label. Well, I'm not talking to him privately. I told him yesterday, I go, I'll address you on my show. McBuster says the map couldn't take down the toe. Now they're sending in the gun. That retard has been going after me forever, and nobody watches him, so nobody even knows he's doing it. Isn't he the one? Like, didn't that guy already back down from me? Didn't he already look me in the eye, get scared, and put his eyes down and walk out of the state? Isn't that what Ethan Ralph already did? Didn't he already look a real man in the face and walk away? For shame. For shame. Ethan. Then he tried to do something with my first court appearance, and he had to bend over and take a big old dick from the powers that be for being a naughty boy. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not too worried about that one, especially since I got shit to do. Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. Ethan Ralph. Oh, is that him? This is almost just his ass. Oh, I feel good. Stasta.
Yes, sir.
You can put gloves on tonight and we'll spar. You'll have more balls than Ethan Ralph. Cheese, you want to check the door?
I'll check the door for you.
I don't hear anybody knocking.
I don't hear anybody either.
I was ready. Still ready. It's 10:05? 5 minutes late? Are we running on, those people Ethan doesn't like time? I had it all figured out, too. I knew what we were going to do. We're going to start out. We're just going to flick out a few harmless jabs. Just keep the piggy at range. Maybe drop a little right in over the top just to fuck with him. Nothing too hard. And then as he just plods around the ring, as those cloven hooves plod around the ring, eventually he's going to wear out. And then we start going to the bottom. What's the deal? I'm going to call it. They're calling him the Ralph a female.
How far gone is it?
2 owns by steel toe in 1 day. Motherfucker. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Ralph didn't show. What can I tell you? Aaron Ralph wants to call in right now to discuss setting up a fight for tomorrow. I got the kids tomorrow. I got today, but he's going to have to get to the gym. He's going to have to come at 7 o'clock tonight while we're sparring. And now he's got to set it up with people. He had a chance. He had me free and clear yesterday. And let's not pretend we don't know what this is. This is him being a chicken shit, being a coward, and him trying to redeem himself for yesterday. I'm not sitting around waiting for Ethan Ralph anymore. I've beat him once. If he wants to show up and get in line to get his fucking head caved in. Tonight at 7 p.m., if he can get in for that sparring, if the class isn't full, there will be plenty of people there. So I can fucking get after it. We can dust him in 30 seconds because there will be people there to step in and, and stop it. Bigot on Socialist Media says, if you live stream in the area, you talk shit, a guy you should at least shit talk a guy, you should at least pretend you're not a pussy. Exactly. Oh, dude, you put on the headgear still, though? I mean, I was ready to go. He stepped in. We were going to get him all his stuff, all his equipment. We had all the gear he needed. No shows. The last thing you do is no show. It is nice. It does seem like, the universe provides. as it were, that people are really shitting on Keanu for this whole thing. I mean, when you have to go again, if you go stand next to Ethan Ralph and go, I'm on the good side. My character, Ralph's character. What more needs to be said? It's unfortunate, but, I'm not going to blame anyone for learning the hard way. I'm Mr. Learn the Hard Way. I mean, you heard yesterday's show where all of these people came out of the woodwork and they're like, yeah, you don't realize, but this happened to you. And they provide receipts and shit. And you're like, oh, fuck. And then you have people that you were very generous to and you gave them a lot. And then they go on their own shows and go, he didn't give us anything. And you're just like, yeah, it's just, again, my character, your character. Let's go ahead and measure it up. Usually after that, I have a morning show before I pick them up. I have an evening show after I drop them off. And usually I'm fucking wiped on Wednesday nights. And to be honest, I felt pretty good yesterday. Then we had the two victories over Ethan Ralph. And now he's apparently been seething about that all morning, which I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Just, again, kind of all systems go for the toe, as it were.
You were April's friend, but Gino has blasted her DMs, which they're texts.
And Nick, real quick, I'm so sorry, Keanu.
No, it's okay. I told you. You're going to have a lot of emotions.
Nick, it was your buddy Ethan Ralph who first screenshotted April's DM to him and put it out for the entire internet to see. And nothing against Ralph. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But
Gino read them on his stream.
I don't really know if you need help making Ethan Ralph look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Kind of easy. The Ethan Ralph thing. And then we're going to go to Rumble Friday right after I get done clearing these things up. Kind of saw the Ethan Ralph thing coming. Ethan Ralph's a lot of, as they say in the sector, a lot of hollering. I believe down south they say it's all hat and no cattle. But Ethan Ralph out of nowhere was like, give me $1,500. I'll do your anniversary show. I'm like, if we sold out the remaining tickets we have, it wouldn't be enough. Like that, even if Ethan Ralph sold every ticket left, which he wouldn't. Ethan Ralph is not a draw here. I'm sorry. Maybe Ethan Ralph is a draw somewhere else. That's great. That's awesome. I wish him the best of luck. It's just not a draw here. It's not, I'm not being mean. I'm not saying anything terrible. It's just a fact. Ethan Ralph doesn't draw here. When you say Ethan Ralph, people go, who? So if I sold every ticket remaining, it wouldn't draw $1,500. So clearly I don't need Ethan Ralph. But Ethan Ralph does seem to need Steel Toe, which is an honor. I'm complimented by it. I don't take it personally at all. I think it's an honor that someone comes out of the woodwork and goes, I need you. There's a lot of people like that online, and it's charming every time. But he wants to do this fight. He wants to do this boxing match, I guess. And my response was, Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder, I was like, look, fuckstick, I'm incredibly busy. So I went, how about you come out, we'll film it. If you can stay up each 1 minute, continual minute, you can stay up, I'll give you $1,000. You can make 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, whatever. And he shot it down yesterday. He shot down the offer to literally stay upright for a minute to make $1,000. And he said, no, I want to make it a big event with a thing and a blah, blah, blah. And I have to explain to him, Ethan, I don't need you to do a big event. Stoney's has about 45 tickets left for the anniversary show. We have 45 tickets to the show left. And then, the cornhole tournament, we let that get as big as it wants, and we just make the brackets there. But I have 45 tickets left for the anniversary party. I don't need Ethan Ralph. I don't need a big Ethan Ralph event. I thought Ethan Ralph wanted to do the fighting thing. If Ethan Ralph, and I thought Ethan Ralph needed money, and I was going to help him out with both of those things at once. But I don't have time to plan an Ethan Ralph event. If Ethan Ralph wants to host his own event and invite me down for it and make me some kind of offer, I would do that. But as far as me making an event, first of all, I don't know if I want Steel Toe promoting Ethan Ralph. That it doesn't seem like That seems like a diagonal downward move. But if he wants to do an event and have me out, sure, let's talk about that. But otherwise, if he just wants to come up to Minnesota, because I don't want to put a lot of energy into it, I just love boxing. If he wants to come up to Minnesota, he wants to go in the ring, he wants to do some things, that would be totally fine. I would love that. We could film it, we could stream it, we could put, a couple people in there. That'd be fine. But I'm not putting in the work of like a full event. I don't need the money. I don't need the pain in the ass of putting on another event. I got an event coming up right after the anniversary show. Johnny and I have a stand-up gig. So I just figured I would be like, it sounds like the guy wants to get a rub off of me, and it sounds like the guy needs money. So it's like, well, here's how we do that. Let's stream you and I in the ring together, and I'll give you $1,000 for every minute. It's weird with these guys. Every time you start putting it in place, once they call it out, they start going, oh, well, actually, well, you see, the thing is, get back to me when you're serious, and maybe we'll do something. I don't know. That's the updates I've got for you guys. J-Dub says, Cog coming in to talk about bloody bashing in Ralpha's head, flipping ace. Yeah, he'll talk about the guns, as it were. The Ralpha mail.
Ew.
You don't like the Ralpha mail?
I do not like the Ralpha mail.
Has Ethan Ralph been behaving himself lately? Because I don't deep dive with what's going on with Ethan Ralph. I'll watch Sunrise Productions on YouTube for when he embarrasses himself quite a bit, and I'll watch Cog. And I don't really know. Ethan Ralph's one of those lol cows who's like hit such a level that he can't top it anymore. So he's actually done himself a favor where if he just behaves like himself all the time, he doesn't seem like a lol cow anymore.
No.
That's just who he is.
Ugh.
He's the Ralpha male.
I am excited to hear about Cog and his confrontation with him, though.
Yeah, I'm really interested in how that whole thing came together and how it started.
Right, how do you decide to just go to a different country to
beat the shit out of somebody? I love that. Well, because if you don't know, Cog is this, I think he's British. What gave it away? The accent, maybe. But Cog hosts a show called Backward Internet, and he covers a lot of these kind of niche internet figures. And I love that kind of entertainment. So I found Cog, and then the Ethan Ralph thing happened. And it was so fun to learn about that because Ethan Ralph apparently hates this guy Cog. And he goes, fuck you, I'm going on vacation to Portugal again. And, you got any fucking balls, you'll find me in Portugal, you fucking pussy. And he's mouthing off. Ethan Ralph does this thing where he mouths off to people all the time, and they always embarrass him.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Haven't you learned yet? No.
He's like the Glass Joe. Again, another Glass Joe reference. Gino Bisconte's Glass Joe. Ethan Ralph is Glass Joe. They're just guys who go, yeah, fuck you, and they get punched in the face. They get their stomach exposed.
Come on,
they
guys.
get hit upside the head every fucking time. It's amazing. Like Ethan Ralph will be like, I'm going to own this motherfucker. I hate him. Blah, 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 blah. And then that guy will just punch him in the face. He'll be like, yeah, fuck that guy anyway. And it's like, dude, he just kicked the shit out of you. He's like Ric Flair in the NWA wrestling days in the early 80s. Like, he'd talk shit about a guy forever and ever. They'd have a pay-per-view. That guy would kick the shit out of Ric Flair. And Ric Flair would go on TV the next day going, yeah, I sure did embarrass him, didn't I? Fucking, woo!
Got to keep up the look, I guess.
And that's the Ralpha mail. April
It's
loves
Ethan.
that. Dude, it's
It's Ethan Ralph.
April's favorite nickname of anyone ever. Like, mine is Thomas the Hitman Hearns. I think April's favorite nickname is Ethan Ralph, the Ralpha male. She always asks
Yes, I
me.
catch myself saying it in my sleep.
Yeah, she always asks me. She goes, are we going to have the Ralpha male on our show anytime soon? And I don't think so, by the way. He blocked me on Twitter.
Ugh.
In fairness, it was when I was really obsessed
Maybe
with hating him, and I did go kind of hard on him.
I'll invite him.
I'm not going to
have a chat.
I'm not going to have some fucking coos invite me on a show. I think I would avoid Ralph, but I would be very interested how you handle him. You know what's funny about Ethan Ralph is that he tries to portray Ethan Ralph is a very sad case. He tries to portray himself as like this badass guy with got the big radio voice and everything else. But I mean, he really is an insecure, scared fat kid that you can tell was bullied growing up and shit like that. He's kind of a quintessential internet guy where the outside world has been cruel to him, so he goes to the internet so he can create a persona that he's always wanted to be.
Hit the like button. Pardon me, would you have any...
Fuck you, Doom.
But of course.
We are doomed as a civilization.
There is no victor. There is only doom.